After the great flood receded, cleansing the earth of the monstrous Nephilim, Satan realized that his strategy to corrupt human bloodlines had failed against the absolute power of God. He retreated into the shadows, furious yet calculating. He understood that heaven had shifted to a new plan. Instead of dealing with all mankind, God chose a specific lineage, the descendants of Abraham, the nation of Israel, through which the Savior would be born. Comprehending this, the enemy swiftly altered his strategy. No longer focusing on crossbreeding, he moved to isolate and destroy the chosen lineage. The next battleground was not a field or a mountain, but the mightiest kingdom of that time, Egypt. Satan found the perfect tools for his scheme, the pharaohs. He stirred their pride, leading them to proclaim themselves as divine, the offspring of the sun god Ra. He turned Egypt into a stronghold of idol worship and magic, where sorcerers practiced dark miracles. There, Satan set a gigantic trap. He enslaved God's chosen people. For 400 years, the Israelites were crushed under brutal oppression, their cries echoing to the heavens. Satan's objective was clear: extinguish their spirit, erase their faith, and turn God's holy nation into meek slaves, incapable of birthing the Savior. The peak of his cruelty was reached when, through Pharaoh, Satan issued a bloodthirsty decree to cast every newborn Hebrew boy into the Nile River. It was a repetition of the bloodlust wanting to sever the woman's lineage, to kill humanity's hope in its cradle. But heaven was not silent. God responded with an unexpected warrior, Moses, a child miraculously saved from that deadly river and raised within the enemy's lair. When Moses returned to Egypt with God's staff in hand and declared thunderously, "Let my people go," the true war of the gods began. This was not merely a political struggle, but a direct spiritual confrontation. The 10 plagues sent upon Egypt were not mere calamities, but 10 thunderous blows from God upon Satan's dark deities, worshipped by the Egyptians. When the Nile turned to blood, it was a humiliation for Hapi, god of the Nile. When frogs overflowed, the frog goddess Heket was mocked. When the sun was extinguished for 3 days of darkness, supreme god Ra was proven powerless before Jehovah's light. Satan raged back by hardening Pharaoh's heart, making him stubbornly unreasonable, determined to hold his hostages to the end. The battle reached its climax on the night of Passover. The angel of death passed throughout Egypt, striking down every firstborn, from the prince in the palace to the livestock in the stables. Only houses marked with lamb's blood, a prophetic symbol of redemptive blood, remained in peace. Satan utterly failed to protect his worshippers. Pharaoh collapsed, forced to release the people. Yet, the enemy did not relent easily. When the Israelites stood before the vast Red Sea, Satan provoked Pharaoh one last time. He sent the world's mightiest chariot army in pursuit, cornering God's people into a dead end, the deep sea in front, swords to the back. Satan believed he had won, that he would slaughter this nation right at the shore. Then, heaven's power descended in the most spectacular manner. God's pillar of fire stood between the two armies, preventing darkness from touching light. The Red Sea parted, forming 2 massive walls of water, paving a path to life for the chosen people. As the last Israelite stepped onto the far shore, and Pharaoh's frenzied army charged into the seabed, God closed the waters. The entire military might of the strongest empire, Satan's most potent tool, was submerged into the ocean. The nation of Israel sang triumphantly on the shores of freedom. Satan lost the battle in Egypt, but he had not given up. Dear friends, darkness has only lost a battle, not the war. Satan is still there, full of hatred and schemes. He lurks in the barren wilderness, where he will launch intricate psychological assaults, murmuring, rebellion, and the temptation of the golden calf. Will this nation hold firm in faith or crumble from within? How will the battle between heaven and hell unfold during the 40-year journey? If you are captivated by this grand epic on the battle between light and darkness, support us by hitting like and subscribe now.